Are you getting bored of flying your drone? Believe it or not, it does happen. And if it hasn't happened to you yet, it most likely will. It's just like anything, you reach this point where it feels like you've kind of experienced all that there is to experience with something, and it just doesn't bring that same excitement as it used to when you first got your drone, right? So, how do you fix that feeling? You've spent this enormous amount of money on something and you don't want to feel like it's wasted, and you almost have this feeling of guilt for letting it sit there. So today I want to give you 7 tips that can help reignite that initial enthusiasm that you had when you flew that drone for the very first time. And then also, I hope I can prevent some of you from ever experiencing that feeling at all. Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Now I do have to mention right away that I am saving my favorite idea for last because I think it's the most impactful and I think you will too. So the first tip that I have for you to prevent from getting bored in this amazing hobby is to take your drone with you everywhere you go. Keep it in your vehicle or in your bag all of the time. No matter where you are, that's where your drone should be. And this is where having a smaller drone like the Mini 3 or the Mini 4 Pro can be an advantage. There are times that you may see something that you want to capture, and usually you say, oh, I'm going to come back here, I'm going to fly that because that looks awesome. That would be great footage. But your drone's at home. So you're like, I'm going to mark that down and I'll do it later. But the problem is you never do. You just forget about it. It's a fleeting moment and then you never come back to it. So give yourself more opportunity to seize those fleeting moments when you want to explore. Keep your drone easily accessible. Tip number 2, find others to fly with. One of the best ways to spark enthusiasm into something is to share it with someone else. You feed off of each other, and you can also learn from others. Having conversations about topics that everyone enjoys can bring a whole new experience, and it will make you look forward to flying again. Tip number 3, open up Google Maps and look for interesting things around your location. Whether it be your town that you live in, maybe a nearby landmark, the place that you may be going on vacation, and other things like that. Do some research to find some places that you may not even know exist, and then head out there and fly. And yes, sometimes you might have to travel, but if it kind of just gets you excited about flying again, it's worth it. Seeing new landscapes often brings new energy into flying. Tip number 4, learn some new drone moves that you've never done before. Most recreational drone pilots pretty much fly the same patterns all of the time, like a point of interest, a backwards flyaway shot, a lateral sideways shot, and common ones like that. And they're nice moves, but monotonous after a while. If you keep doing that all of the time, all of your drone footage starts to kind of look the same, and it actually does get boring. It's going to lead to boredom overall with your drone. So what are some more exciting drone moves? Combination moves, where you're yawing the drone, you're changing altitude, you're moving the gimbal, and you're zooming in or out all at the same time. Practice these things over and over. Research as many different moves as you can. Watch as many drone move tutorials as you can. Now, I've put together a playlist of a whole bunch of really good tutorials from all of your favorite drone tubers. I'll post it right up here and in the video description. Now, I have some videos on cinematic drone footage myself, but to be honest, the best video when it comes to that is one that Jevin Dovey made a couple of years ago. It gives you 100 different drone moves for all different skill levels, and it is a spectacular tutorial video. It's in that playlist, and then also I'll post it down in the video description. The more moves that you learn, the more dynamic your drone videos will be, and that ultimately leads to pride in what you create. Tip number 5, if you're able, try some sort of FPV drone flying. If you haven't tried it before, I can tell you it is a whole new exhilaration, and it will help you understand why it's become such a popular hobby. Now, personally, for me, for some reason, I just cannot grasp the concept of acro flight with my DJI Avata. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay. All right. So, son of a bitch. Okay. And that's most likely because I haven't really put enough time into the simulator. So I just like, oh, heck with it. I'm just going to go out and try it with my drone. And I just keep crashing and I keep getting frustrated. So you really need to put some time in to the simulator. So I just fly the Avata in rookie mode, with GPS turned on, and it's still a blast. And I get a rush every time I fly it. I'm going to tip over. Holy, what is wrong with me? I can't even stand up. Okay, and turn sideways a little bit. There you go.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Isn't it? I got a little bit dizzy when I was doing it the first time. That first person view, it totally feels like you are soaring through the air yourself. And if you aren't interested in that and you have a drone that is compatible with any of the DJI goggles, then I would consider investing in those, because even flying one of the GPS drones like the Mini 4 Pro with the goggles is very, very exciting, and it will keep you coming back for more. Any kind of boredom that you've been experiencing with drones will completely disappear if you start flying with FPV goggles. Tip number 6, and this might not be feasible for everyone, but I would start looking at ways that you can earn money with your drone. Whatever country that you live in, check out what's needed to fly a drone commercially and obtain that. Now here in the US, of course, it's the Part 107 Remote Pilot Certificate, and having that allows you to earn some extra money by doing relatively simple things with your drone. The opportunities are only limited by your imagination, and the fact that you can turn a hobby into a money-making machine is very exciting. Never again will you look at flying a drone as boring, because who can be bored when they're making money while having fun, right? Finally, tip number 7, use your drone for good. There are countless opportunities to help organizations with your drone. Look for nonprofits in your area that maybe want some aerial footage of their facilities or maybe some event that they are going to be having. Now, an example that I do is I capture aerial videos and photos at an area youth camp, and I do it free of charge. I let them use the media however they want. If it can help bring more kids joy, then I'm all about it. With a drone, you're able to provide a perspective that most people have to pay a lot of money for. So donating your time and your abilities to make the world a better place is more rewarding than you can imagine. And bringing smiles to people's faces is never boring. Do you have any other suggestions for people that are just letting their drone collect dust? Put them down in the comments and let's help each other reignite that initial rush that happens when you first started flying your drone. Hit that thumbs up on the way out of the video today if I was able to help you out at all. Subscribe to become a part of this community. Watch this video next right here to see what the future of DJI is in America. Have a great day, everyone, and as always, fly safe and fly smart.